So you've done everything you can think of to get your tub to drain. And in spite of all the times you've used the plunger and the little snaky doodle thingy that goes down your drain, you pulled out some hair, but it's just not draining like you know it should. I'm going to show you what you need and how to do it to clear it out. I've been renting a room out, and so I have really long hair, and my roommate has really long hair, and it's just a mess. So this is the tool you're going to need, and I'm going to show you how we're going to get this taken care of. But anytime you've got multiple people in a household that have long hair, this is probably going to be a problem. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is remove this overflow valve cover. And you can kind of see right here there's some hair that's kind of pushing up through there, because when I was using the plunger it was kind of backing up through here and the water was coming through there. And so I'm going to take that off. I'm just going to use a regular screwdriver and unscrew this and take that plate off. I'm going to pause it so I can use both hands, and then I'll come back to it. Okay, so I've taken the plate off. I've just set it over here. You can see in there, if I had one of the kind of drains that has a little flip switch here that plugs the drain, you'd pull that out of here first. And it's basically two long pieces of metal with kind of a heavy stopper at the end. But I don't have that because that's not the kind I have. So what I'm going to need to do is go down in here with my snake. I'm going to get it set up to start with, and then I'll come back. So first I better explain this thing. It's really pretty simple to use. You can get one at any hardware store. They're pretty cheap, about 15, 20 bucks. I've had this one forever. This little thumb screw on the side is how you loosen it so that you can pull this out. It's also how you tighten it down so that you'll stop it from pushing in or pulling out. And then basically you hold on to it here and you spin it with this little handle here. And that makes this turn around inside the pipe so that it kind of clears it out. And you feed it in a little at a time. You push it in, tighten it down, loosen it up, pull it out, tighten it down again, spin it around, and it's basically just a series of doing those things over and over and over again. So I'm going to get it started here. So now I've pushed it down into the pipe as far as it's going to go. So what I'm going to do is tighten down that thumb screw and then spin it around for a little bit and see if I can get it to go into that little U-joint in the pipe. Now I've worked it down into the pipe and started pulling it back out, and you can see I don't even have it all the way yet, but you can see all that hair and just yuck that's already tangled up on the line. So I'm going to keep working my way out, and now that I'm coming out, I'm going to do the same thing I was doing going in, but I'm going to pull it out as I spin it around rather than pushing it in, and so I'll come back in a minute. Okay, so I know this is like gross as gross can be, but that's what happens when you have two people with long hair taking showers in the same tub, and when it came out it made quite the mess. So next it's cleanup time, but that's basically it. You put it back together and you're good to go, and it should be draining, but I'll show you that in a second. Now this is definitely not a glamorous job. It's gross. You got to have a little bit of a strong stomach to be able to deal with this. But I'll tell you what, I just saved myself $250 on a plumber to do this. Gross, but you know what? There is soap and water. A little bit of cleanser right around there. Try to get some of that gunk that was built up from however long it's been since the last time I did this. Just wipe that off before I reattach the little cover and get it cleaned up. works. It's that simple. And I mean, that took me all of maybe 5-10 minutes with cleanup, and just saved me $250. It's worth it, folks. Gross or not, it's worth it.